Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. It's the Empress back with another pick a card reading, and today we are looking at messages for you in regards to your spiritual journey. So we have 3 different cards, 3 different candles in front of you for you to choose from. And I'm going to ask you guys to take a deep breath, really ground yourself, connect to your intuition, connect to your guides, and ask which one of these 3 piles is holding the messages that you need to hear in regards to your spiritual journey. And here we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So go ahead, you guys, take your time, really feel out which one of these piles is calling to you. Pause the video if you still need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose pile number 1 with the blue candle here, this reading is for you, and we are looking at a message for you about your spiritual journey. So starting off, group number 1, a big energy that I'm feeling is a sense of dream communication. I feel like group number 1, you guys could do so much magic and you hold so much power within your dreams, okay? So that's something that's coming through here quite strongly. Working with your dreams, dream magic, dream work is very, very powerful for you, okay? As well as receiving messages, like communication within your dreams is very significant for you right now. You may be receiving messages through your dreams that maybe you're not picking up on. This could be, certain animals that you're seeing in your dreams. This could be certain emotions that you're feeling within your dreams. This could be lucid dreaming or learning how to lucid dream for some of you guys in order to learn something that you want to learn but don't have the ability or capacity to do so in your waking world. But let's go ahead and take a look at our overall energy for group number 1, and then we'll shuffle some tarot out for you, okay? So group number 1, a message for you about your spiritual journey. We have ancestors, family, survival, death, and worship. Okay. Group number 1, this is even card number 1. You may be dreaming of ancestors. And connecting with your ancestors in your dream world. And very strong third eye energy here. Very strong third eye energy. Very strong generational energy. I feel like group number 1, you guys are my souls here that are meant to change the path of like your bloodline. You guys are my generational curse breakers. You guys are my souls that are lifting your bloodline out of poverty, that are healing your bloodline from traumas that have been passed down. Especially like survival trauma. I feel like group number 1, a lot of you guys have been passed down like imprinted trauma in regards to near death experiences that were inflicted upon your ancestors in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this message. Group number 1, I do feel like, connecting with your ancestors, doing ancestral work could be very beneficial for you. But I do feel like group number 1, a big part of your purpose, a big part of your soul's purpose here in this lifetime is breaking certain cycles within your bloodline, generational cycles, healing your bloodline. And specifically for some of you guys, bringing your bloodline out of poverty. We have here the Five of Wands coming out in reverse, the Three of Swords coming out in reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Wow. So what we're seeing here, group number one, in regards to your spiritual journey, is that you are meant to heal heartache that has been inflicted upon you and upon those before you due to unfair circumstances, due to conflict that was never resolved. Some of you guys, this could be starting, like the root of this healing could be starting with healing from family trauma, from trauma within your immediate family. This could also be, for some of my souls that chose this pile, I feel like a big part of your own trauma, a big part of your own experience in this lifetime had a lot to do with pain that was inflicted from your immediate family members, or from like your ancestors, from your bloodline. There was a lot of energy here coming through where it's like your bloodline is what has inflicted the most pain upon you. So how am I supposed to heal this how am I supposed to heal this bloodline when this bloodline is what I need to heal from, right? And a big part of this is just about healing yourself. I feel like group number one, a lot of you guys may look at healing generational curses or traumas in this very large sense, like you're specifically meant to heal each individual that had been harmed in your bloodline, when in reality, what you are is a chain breaker. You are the link that needs to break. You are the link that needs to break free from this conflict and begin a path of healing yourself, of coming out of battle, of coming out of war, of coming out of this constant state of survival, coming out of this state of feeling like you constantly have to be fighting for your life, fighting for your survival, fighting for your basic needs. That's how you break this chain, is by you yourself coming out of survival mode, you yourself living your life in a way that allows you to break free from this victim mentality, from this lack mentality, from this constant state of fight or flight, from this constant fear of lack, from this constant battle, whatever that battle may be for you. Wow. So what I see here is, this isn't group number one. This isn't about healing all of your relationships with your family members. This isn't about making your family members go to counseling or therapy, or, to see a medical professional to get the healing that they need. This is about you yourself choosing to do those things for you so that you can break this chain, so that you can break free from this chain of pain that has just been perpetuated through your bloodline. This is about finding your own freedom. This is about finding your independence. This is about not defining yourself by your family, by your bloodline, by the experiences that your ancestors have experienced. This is about reclaiming yourself as yourself, instead of identifying yourself as solely, the person whose mom was an alcoholic, or the person whose dad left, or, the person who didn't have parents, the person who grew up in foster care. This is about breaking free from that, group number one. Okay. And then lastly, we have the moon coming forth here. Yeah, so group number 1, this is about changing those deep subconscious kind of imprinted memories from your ancestors. This is about really diving deep into your subconscious mind, diving deep into almost like your genetic imprints, diving deep into the core memories that you have defined yourself by, that you have identified yourself as, and really allowing yourself to heal those so that you can move forward in a way that isn't defined by your past or by their past. This is about coming out of autopilot. This is about coming out of survival mode. This is about coming out of the emotional state that you were born into. For some of you guys, I'm seeing this particular card here as like being in the womb and being in the amniotic fluid that holds the memory and the emotional state of the mother that you are created in, that your body, you know, the water in your body conforms to that vibrational frequency, and you were born into that frequency. You were born into that emotional state, into that subconscious state. And this is about learning how to break free from that, group number 1, in order to break this chain. You are a chain breaker. That is a part of your spiritual journey. That is a part of your purpose here, a part of your soul's purpose, a part of your healing journey, is to break free from that, to really, some of you guys doing like a meditation or even like a past life meditation where they bring you back to when you were born, and then staying there, and really experiencing that particular aspect instead of continuing to regress, instead of continuing to go further into that meditation, to continue moving backwards in this timeline to before you were born, to your previous life. Stay in that time frame where you were being born. Stay in that time frame where you were coming into this life, and really experience the emotional state that you were born into, the energy that you were born into, and really try to reflect on how that impacts you now and how that kind of influences the way you've moved through your life now. And that will really, I think, bring a lot of clarity as to how to heal or what you need to heal, even though you can't see those wounds, okay? But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 here with the ivory candle, this reading is for you, and we are looking at a message for you about your spiritual journey, on your spiritual journey, okay? So group number 2, tapping into this energy and into your reading, there is a strong sense of like feeling annoyed, feeling almost like fed up, feeling frustrated, that is coming through here so incredibly strongly. Just feeling like I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I feel like group number 2, you guys really have this vision, this idea, this lifestyle that you crave, but for some reason you aren't able to live that life. There's almost this sense of living outside of yourself, or just being very frustrated with kind of where you are in your life right now, wishing that things were different, wishing that you could be at a different stage of life, or that you could be in a different place or have a different job. Okay. I do feel this strong sense of like group number 2 being very much so in your head and like reliving certain experiences that trigger you or that frustrate you or that annoy you or upset you or make you angry in your mind, kind of over and over and over again, like re-evaluating these memories or the experiences that you've gone through. And it's like being very stuck on those thoughts. So there is kind of this need to zoom out for group number 2. You are not your thoughts, you are the awareness of them. And I do feel like for some of you guys, you're getting so caught up in your thoughts or even in your memories that you are acting or reacting from those past experiences, from those memories, instead of from the present moment and what is currently happening. And that may be part of why you aren't able to move forward to a closer version of this lifestyle that you're craving. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at our overall energy for your message here about your spiritual journey, group number 2, and then we'll shuffle your tarot out as we go. So group number 2, we have here Voodoo Roots, respect, survival, liberation, and freedom. Yeah, there is this sense of craving this very free kind of lifestyle, financial freedom. Freedom with your time feels very significant, even more so significant than financial freedom for a lot of you guys. Like this need, this craving to be able to do with your time what you want, to have the time to do the things you want. It's like I go to work to make the money, but I don't have time to do the things that I make the money for type of energy that is coming through here so strongly for you guys. So there is this need for this liberation or this freedom, and I feel like that's what you guys are truly craving. And that is a big part of your spiritual journey in this lifetime, is really learning how to free yourself from these restraints, these self-imposed limitations, self-limiting beliefs, and these burdens that have been placed on you that keep you from living the life that you are desiring. Okay, so there's a huge need to like free yourself from these limitations, a huge need to free yourself from self-imposed limitations, from time restraints, from that's really what I'm feeling, is a need to free yourself from these energies. And I feel like group number 2, a lot of you guys have this mindset or this belief system that tells you that these other things are more important than your freedom. And it's really learning how to break that thought pattern. Let's pull some tarot, group number 2. I don't know if I've called you guys group number 3 this whole time, but group number 2, let's pull some tarot and see what else wants to come out in regards to your spiritual journey. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there is a need for freedom, financial freedom, a need for kind of this sense of luxury, but I don't mean that in the sense of like I need to be able to buy whatever I want whenever I want, but there's this need for the ability to indulge in your senses, whether that costs money or not. This need to have like things that feel good around you, group number 2. that is a part of the life that you're supposed to live. And that may be why it's so deeply ingrained into you to kind of crave this lifestyle. We also have the Page of Swords. Yeah, there's really this need to really learn how to harness your thoughts, this need to learn how to allow yourself to maybe even kind of detach from certain thought patterns here. I feel like group number 2, you guys may have the tendency to like feel like you have to tiptoe around certain topics, or like you have to walk on eggshells, if you will. In order to be viewed as responsible, or I feel like that's something that's important to you guys for some reason. It's like there's this need for others to view you as an adult, or as responsible, or as successful, or like this need for people to see you as really responsible. That's the word that's coming through here. But it's keeping you from following your own path. It's like you're walking this tightrope in order to be viewed as a functioning part of society. There's this conformity here that you're falling into, that you're meant to free yourself from. And that's going to also help heal the current mental state, I feel like, that you guys may be currently struggling with. Whether it be anxiety or maybe some depression, even if it's like seasonal depression for some of you guys. There's just this weight that I feel is on your mind that is kind of rooted in this conformity to a lifestyle that doesn't bring you joy. For a lot of you guys, this could be a job. You may need a job that allows you more freedom, creative freedom, financial freedom, freedom to travel, freedom to make your own schedule, however that comes through. But I feel like that is something that truly impacts you, is having to follow this very structured schedule or routine is very difficult for group number 2, and there is this large need to learn how to find something that better suits you, instead of trying to force yourself to fit in a place that you don't fit in. We also have the World. Wow. So I do feel like group number 2, there is a need to be able to travel, a need to be able to move, whatever that means for you, whether that's moving homes, whether that's traveling for vacation or for work, or a physical job where you move your body. Whatever that means for you. It's going to be a little different for everybody, but there is a very strong sense of really needing to be able to move your body, to move your energy, to not be in this structured, very tight, routine-like energy. It doesn't suit you. It doesn't suit your soul, and it's causing a lot of frustration within your soul, within your energy, within your spirit, and this agitation is to try to get you to move out of where you are. Okay. So let's pull one more card here for group number 2 to take a look at any advice or guidance in regards to your spiritual journey for group number 2, please. We have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, there is a need for self-satisfaction here. There's a need for the things that you're doing, the lifestyle that you're living, the job that you're working at, the things that you're indulging in to be satisfying and soothing to your soul, to your heart, to your senses. And that's really going to lead you to the life of fulfillment. There's like this strong need to follow a life that allows you to indulge in your senses, in your physical senses. Okay, group number 2. So very interesting message coming through here for you guys, but this is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose pile number 2. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose card number 3 with this candle here, this reading is for you. This is blue, light blue on the bottom here, and kind of fades up into white. So group number 3, we are looking at a message for you about your spiritual journey, a message for you on your spiritual journey. And what I'm immediately picking up here for group number 3 is that this is my group of diviners. This is my group of tarot readers, my group of mediums, my group of communicators with spirit, my group of souls that have a very strong intuition. And I feel like group number 3, you guys may doubt your abilities, some of you. But I feel like a part of your spiritual journey is learning how to share those abilities with other souls. Like, you have messages to give to other souls. There's also something here about ascended masters for group number 3. So for some of you guys, this may be an energy that's coming in, trying to communicate with you. Your vibration may be rising very high to the point where it like maybe it causes you to be lightheaded, or like you're having a hard time staying connected to this channel of communication. And I'm hearing Moldavite for some of you guys, like there, if that's something you have access to, or an energy you have access to, or even just studying the energy of Moldavite could be very powerful for you. Interesting. So there's almost like an ascension here for group number 3. Some of you guys may be graduating something, being promoted, taking things to the next level, or taking the next step, whatever that means for you. But let's go ahead and get into your cards, group number 3. We're going to start here with the overall energy of this message for you on or about your spiritual journey, and then we'll shuffle out your tarot afterwards. So group number 3, we have mugwort dreams, rhythm, higher self, reality, and rest. Interesting. And this is number 13. So mugwort may be very powerful for you guys to work with as well, in regards to connecting to your intuition, and in regards to meditation, in regards to working with your dreams or your third eye or your higher self. There's definitely like this higher self energy here very strongly for group number 3, very strongly. A very kind of high vibrational energy present as well. Okay. I feel like group number 3, you guys are my psychics. You guys are my diviners. for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. And there's like a message here about really leaning into those abilities, leaning into maybe an activation or an expansion of the third eye chakra. For some of you guys, maybe this energy has been closed down for a period of time due to certain things that you've gone through, or kind of like the sense of spiritual narcolepsy, this sense of falling away from your spiritual practices for a period of time. And now it's time to resume, to expand and to ascend. Interesting. Let's go ahead, group number 3, and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this message for you about your spiritual journey. So we have the 3 of Cups. Beautiful. Some of you guys, are really having to learn how to almost claim your spiritual gifts and abilities as your own. Maybe some of you guys practice your spiritual practices or whatever in a group setting previously, and now that group isn't able to come together for one reason or another, and you're being asked to kind of learn how to do this without the confirmation or validation of the people around you. There may be like a fear of sharing your gifts with others, a fear of doing a tarot reading for a stranger, like what if I'm wrong, or what if it doesn't resonate with them type energy coming through here. And I feel like group number 3, there's something about finding your group of people on the other side. Some of you guys have been searching for a soul family, and maybe you've been a little bit discouraged because you haven't found that yet, or maybe you thought you did and it fell apart. But your guides are coming through here saying that you will connect with the souls you're meant to connect with. After this activation, after this awakening, like on the other side is what I'm hearing. Interesting. Maybe for some of you guys, like a part of your soul family hasn't been born yet. I do feel for group number 3, a lot of you guys have some guardian angels or like guardian, like soul guardian energy. Some of you guys may resonate with being star seeds, and however that comes through for you, I just want you to know that these guardians, this soul family, this star family, these angels, whatever resonates with you, are watching you. They are watching you, okay? They are there. Interesting. So group number 3, you're not alone. Even if you feel like you're alone, you are not alone. And there's a need for you to know that. We also have the 5 of Cups. Some of you guys are definitely mediums. Some of you guys are grieving. Some of you guys have lost somebody or something very close to you that may have been kind of the initiation to this spiritual narcolepsy, to letting go of whatever it was you were working on. There's like something here where it's like you experienced something, whether it be a loss, whether it be a separation, a breakup, a loss of a job, a dark night of the soul for some of you guys, whatever it was that you went through, it was like that stopped you from continuing your spiritual journey, from working with your spiritual abilities. It stopped you from growing, essentially, for a period of time. Some of you guys have somebody that's on the other side that has passed away that is trying to come through here very strongly. That maybe comes forth in your dreams as well. That really wants you to know you're not alone. There's kind of some Pisces energy coming through here for group number 3. You could have Pisces in your chart, or like your 12th house energy maybe being activated. But there's this overall sense of almost like Neptune energy, really like detaching from reality, or like reattaching to reality. It's almost like Neptune going direct after being in retrograde for a period of time. I feel like that's kind of how your life has been going. It's like your life has been in this kind of Neptune retrograde energy, this maybe illusionary, dreamlike, or even nightmare-like for some of you guys state. And your guides are coming through wanting you to know that like Neptune is going direct. Interesting. Some of you guys may be astrologists, I'm not sure. But that's coming through here that way. We also have the King of Swords. Interesting. So what I see here is like there's this need to not let your emotions drown you, to really allow yourself to use, you know, your logical self, this reality, to make your decisions potentially, instead of allowing your emotional state to be your compass or to make your decisions for you. And I feel like group number 3, you guys are coming out of that state of being, and it's causing you to go through kind of like this awakening, this ascension, this rapid shift in vibration. Interesting. Some of you guys may currently be like, I don't even know, I don't know what I want, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I believe in, I don't know who I am, I don't know how to move forward. And that's okay. Okay, group number 3, I need you to know that that's okay. It's okay to not always have a clear next step. It's okay to rest. It's okay to allow things to unfold instead of trying to force them, or instead of trying to see a sign or a meaning in every single thing you look at. It's okay to not know where you're going. But I think the message here is to not let your grief consume you. To not let your losses define who you are. For some of you guys here, there's a masculine energy, a father or maybe even a spouse that is watching over you, and there's a need for you to know that. Let's go ahead and pull one final message. Any last guidance or advice for you in regards to how to move forward on your spiritual journey, or what's the next step to take for group number 3? What is the next step for group number 3 to take from here? We have the Ace of Wands. Initiation, activation. application. I feel like, oh, look, even the bottom of the deck, we have this kind of like memory, like this rainbow bridge, this masculine energy that I just really get this sense of nostalgia, of like this masculine energy that is watching over you, that you're remembering. I don't know. Anyway, our advice here is the Ace of Wands. This is allowing yourself to take a new step, to take a new job, to reach out to somebody new, to make a new acquaintance, to go on that first date, to, you know, apply to that dream job, even though you think you aren't going to be able to get it, to start that business, to do that first reading for a client, even though you're nervous that it may not resonate or you may be wrong. So you're being called to action here for group number 3. The advice that you're being given on how to best move from here, what the next step is for you, group number 3, is to just take a step. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't turn out. It doesn't matter if, you know, the application is denied. It doesn't matter if whatever it is falls through a year from now. It doesn't matter. There's just a need to create movement, to create friction in order to create this flame. And again, we have like this third eye chakra activation showing up here. There's this need to really activate this energy, to tune into this energy, to trust your intuition, to take the steps that your intuition is calling you towards, whether again that's applying to a job, whether that's reaching out to somebody, whether that's, I feel whatever it is for group number 3, it's something new, whether it's a new date, whether it's, there's potential here. There's a need to tap into the potential that's coming your way, to say yes to new opportunities. Okay, group number 3. But this is what I'm seeing, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this. Consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.